Hello, everybody. Today, I'm presenting Communicare for my MSDS 696 Data Science Practicum 2 project. A little bit about myself. I'm Chandrasekhar Bolineni, an international master's student at Rajesh University. I have over 10 years of IT experience in India. I worked as a data scientist, data engineer, and an analyst in both product-based and service-based companies. And during my master's, I became very interested in doing computer vision and how it can solve real-world problems. I want to build something that really helps people, especially those who use sign language to communicate, and also supports monitoring elderly people for the safety. That idea grew into my project basically, which is Communicare, which combines sign language recognition with the fall detection, so the technology can make a simple but meaningful difference in people's lives. For the agenda of the session, I will start with a research challenge that motivated me to do this project. And then I will explain what Communicare is and what it does. Next, I will walk you through how it works, including like data collection, training, challenges I faced, and how I detect and recognize signs and falls. After that, I will share the results and impact. I will end with a short demo and a few future ideas. I'm exploring why I created this communicator and what is the research challenge here. From the sources of World Health Organization and the Center for Disease Control, according to the World Health Organization, around like 466 million people worldwide live with disabling hearing loss, and many of them rely on sign language to communicate. The Center for Disease Control reports that about 1 in 4 older adults falls each year, and nearly 39,000 older adults in the US died from the falls. So these numbers show that we need to do a better tools for communication and a better system to detect falls and protect elderly people. That need is what motivated me to build a Communicare. So let's talk about what is Communicare. So Communicare is a machine learning system with the two main features. First, the sign language recognition. It converts sign language gestures into text in real time, helping deaf and hard of hearing people communicate more easily. It looks at the hand movements, body posture, and facial expressions, not just the hands, which makes the recognition more accurate. The second, fall detection. It continuously watches for falls using post analysis, sends an emergency email alert within the seconds, and supports safe monitoring. It can tell the difference between a real fall and the normal actions like sitting or bending, which is very important for older adults who is living alone. So both these features use similar technology using post estimation and machine learning, but they do solve different problems. One focuses on communication, the other one on safety. Now I will show how the system is built. And next, we'll be talking about the data collection and training as a part of building the system. First, I talk about the data collection. For sign language, I collected like 16 different signs and recorded over like 1,000 plus video sequences using a webcam. And for fall detection, I recorded 84 fall scenarios and 84 normal activities so the system could learn to tell them apart. Second, I did the model training. I trained the system to recognize sign language by tracking hand and body movements and to detect falls by analyzing how people move. Both models look at like 30 frames, about 1 second of the video to capture the full motion. The third, I'll be talking about model testing. I tested both systems and new data they had not seen before. And they performed pretty well after the reviewing the results. I was pretty confident that they were are ready for a real-time use. And this careful process helps the system work reliably when people actually use it, right? During the process, I faced multiple challenges. Where the first was data collection. It was difficult to capture clean and complete sequences, and many recordings had issues like hands going out of the frame, or some of them signs are pretty quick to do to impersonate, or video stopping in the middle. So multiple retakes were needed. The second challenge was training time and resources. The models took a long time to train on large datasets, often hitting limits or crashing, which meant restarting runs and carefully watching GPU usage. The third challenge was validation in real conditions, making the system work reliably with different people. I need to do lighting conditions was pretty challenging, and camera angles was pretty hard, especially when trying to distinguish a slow sit down from a fall or a different signal signing speeds, for the same gesture. Talking about how I solved it. For data collection, I fixed each sequence to 30 frames per gesture, and I have collected almost like 30 to 50 samples per class, and then manually reviewed the videos to make sure every sequence was clear and complete to make sure the quality is achieved. For the training, I've used Google Colab's GPU to speed things up, and also I fine-tuned the LSTM architecture with some parameters. Fine-tuned the hyperparameters too, and added early stopping so the model would not overfit and waste time. So talking about the third validation, how I solve the validation is I used a proper 70% train, 15% validation, and 15% test split. Check performance and completely unseen scenarios and evaluated the models with multiple accuracy metrics to make sure they were reliably enough for real world use. Now, I would like to show you how the sign language detection, which is a part of Communicare, works. First, the camera watches the person and records the hand and body movements like a short video. Next, the system tracks the body, hands, and face to understand how the person is signing. Then it looks at about 1 second of moment together to figure out which word or a phrase was assigned. Finally, the system shows that word as text on the screen, and for important signs like pain or emergency, it also sends an email to the emergency contacts so they can respond quickly. Let me show you what are the results that I've gained from achieved from the sign language detection system. The model had achieved about like 99% test accuracy. The confusion matrix shows that almost like 16 signs are classified correctly with only two mix-ups between the visually similar signs like sneeze and spread. Overall, the model reaches about like 98.6%, which is 99 in approximately test accuracy, which is strong enough for real world use, especially for critical emergency signs. And then I will show you how the system looks like in real time. The webcam feed shows myself signing with the colored key points drawn on the hand, face, and body to intimate the 258 landmarks the model is tracking. When it recognizes a gesture, it prints the sign on the screen. For example, here it shows like emergency with full confidence, and the system has successfully detected all the 16 train signs in this way. So the next output, when the system detects like critical signs like help or emergency, it automatically sends an email alert to the selected emergency contacts with a recognized sign and a timestamp. So the emergency contacts know exactly when the event happened. So few of the challenges I faced during building the system. The first one is like keeping the lighting and camera position consistent was that moving between rooms or slightly changing the angle could make hands look blurry or too dark. Dealing with gesture variations was another challenge because a different sign at different speeds or with slightly different hand heights make the model easily misclassify them. Processing 258 features per frame in real time also required a lot of optimization, so prediction still felt like instant. Finally, email alerts needed to send even if the network was unstable, and on screen text had to update immediately so users could see their sign recognized right away. How did I solve that? How I address each of those challenges? For camera input, I tried to keep things steady by using similar light setups, tweaking camera settings, and adding simple pre-processing to sharpen the hands and reduce noise. The model, I collected examples of how different sign raised the consistent threshold, confidence threshold. So the system only locks in a prediction when it's quite sure which cuts false positives. Features, I used MediaPipe Holistic to grab all 258 landmarks in one shot and streamline the code so each frame can be processed fast enough for real-time use. Finally, for alerts, I added checks to make sure emails are actually sent, handle network connections, and sync the on-screen text so recognize signs pop up immediately without any lag. And now I want to talk about fall detection, how it works. Firstly, the system uses camera input. It captures video at 30 frames per second in 640 into 480 resolution, which gives enough detail to see sudden movements while still keeping the processing real time, right? And then the system also uses YOLO V8 pose, a pose estimation model that views the body as 17 key points like shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, and ankles. From these points, it creates like 51 values per frame, the exposition, Y position, and the confidence score for each. So it understands how the person's body is placed and moving. And then the system also uses LSTM, which is a brain of my fall detection. It looks at a short clip of 30 frames, about 1 second, to see how the body moves over time instead of judging from just one image. This lets it tell a real fall apart from normal actions like sitting, standing, falling, walking, or bending. It also uses smoothing and a confidence limit, so quick moves like sitting down fast are not marked as false. And then the key point, the key feature for my fall detection system is automatic email alerts. When the system is sure a fall has happened, it instantly emails the emergency contacts with the result and a timestamp. So they know okay what happened and when. To avoid spamming, it waits 30 seconds before sending another real alert. So only real separate fall events trigger mails. So talking about the output from the fall detection system, the model has achieved like 95% test accuracy with the confusion matrix to 6 correct fall detections, 13 correct normal cases. So overall, the model gets about like 95% accuracy and test data and 99% on validation data, which is very good for real-time processing. And talking about the next, I will show how system looks in real time. In this example, I'm falling on a floor, and the system marks it as a fall with a 100% confidence, drawing a blue box and a stick figure with 17 points on the body. A red fall detected message appears at the top. And then when a fall is detected, the system will immediately send an email to the saved emergency contact, so they know right away. The email includes a timestamp of when the fall happened, and a 30-second cooldown stops it from sending many emails. It's if several detections occur close together. And then, so some of the challenges I faced during building the detection system, getting the camera angle is very hard. The whole body has to stay in view at a good angle, or a real fall can look like a normal fit. The model also has to tell a real fall apart from a quick everyday moves like dropping into a chair or bending to tie shoes without giving false alarms. On top of that, it must process 51 pose features, okay, for every frame and 30 frames per second. So decisions are just made in a few milliseconds. Finally, the alert system has to be very reliable. Emails should be sent even without a weak, without an internet, a proper internet, and a cooldown between alerts must warn contacts quickly but not spam them. What are the solution? How I address each of these challenges in the fall detection system? For the camera, I added a short countdown so people can step into the frame and stand in the right spot. And I fixed the camera to about eye level, so the whole body is visible in every clip. For the model, I trained on many types of falls, forward, backward, and sideways, as well as a normal daily movements. And I set a 70% confidence limit, so it only raises an alert when it is fairly sure. For speed, I use a YOLO V8 post to quickly get about 17 key points and let the LSTM read every third frame instead of all the frames, okay, which keeps things faster but still captures the motion. Finally, for the alerts, I built an email checks and network handling and on-screen console messages. So both the emails and the live display record respond quickly and reliable in real use. And now let's look into the demo. For the future ideas, okay, I'm just thinking there are two main where I wanted to take care. First is microcontroller integration, so the system can run as a low power battery operated portable device that does not need a full computer. Sometime something you could to place in different rooms or even carry between different locations. And second one is the IoT and a smart home integration, where Communicare could push alerts over Wi-Fi to phones, watches, and smart speakers, and support multiple cameras around the home for broader range, especially in elder care settings. Um, yeah, thank you for this session. And if you have any questions, you can please reach out to me via my email. Thank you.